Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Korfball Association Grand Finals for the year 25-26. We now have our bronze medal match playoffs. Please make some noise for the Bristol Thunder and the Tornadoes. Introducing your Bristol Thunder, led by Captain Elizabeth Tarr. This match of Jack Birch and Rob Dick. Please, push your hands together for our bronze medal match.
Hello everyone and welcome to the bronze medal game of the English Korfball League 2026. It's Tornadoes versus Bristol Thunder. Should be a great game. My name's Tom Brady. I'm with the Caitlin Fitzgerald. We're both really excited about the game. Should be a good one. Caitlin, what are you looking forward to about this game?
This game is guaranteed to be quite the clash, I think. If you look at previous matches between these two, it's always been close. Couple of matchups I'm really hoping to see. We'll see what happens when they line up, but would love to see Will Alderton take on either Toby Clark or Johnny Potter, who's been on fire recently. And on the girls' side, I'd love to see Alex Richardson take on Kira Wilcox. I think Alex's defending has come on leaps and bounds this year, and obviously Kira 60 plus goals this season for Bristol, so it's going to be a good game. So
hard to call. Bristol Thunder in the finals last year, not quite as golden, let's say. It was a golden season for them last year, even though they didn't win. They've still got some good players. Leo Comerford, we don't think we're going to see, even though he's out there getting the picture right now. Who do you expect to come up big for Thunder?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of players we can look to here. I've mentioned him already. Johnny Potter has been in absolutely scintillating form the second half of the season, really coming to his own, and had a great semi-final against Beck. And down the girls' side, I think, Kira Wilcox is the obvious choice. Bit of a quiet semi-final, but it was against a very strong Beck team. I don't think she should dwell on that. She's had a great season, over 60 goals for Bristol, and most of those from open play. And then on the so those are my two Bristol standouts, I think, but we'll see when the game gets going who's going to step up on the big occasion.
So I think my favourite man in that team is James Wilcox. Look, he's been great for Welsh Korfball, he's been great for Bristol Korfball, but surprisingly, him and Kira, neither of them scored in that Beck game. I don't think we can read too much into that, because I thought Beck looked pretty incredible in that first half. They looked unstoppable. But they're coming up against a Tornadoes team coached by Dave Buckland. He really likes to get into a structure. They work hard for him tactically, how do you think the two teams are going to compare?
Yeah, so I've obviously been coached by Dave Buckland, did wonders for me as a player. And one thing I do know is that he will have a plan going into this game.
Absolutely.
Player for player, every matchup will be thought out. And each player will know exactly what they want to do. And as we're coming out to line up, I see Will Alderton has got the joy of marking Toby Clark. That's going to be an amazing matchup. Will is an excellent one-on-one defender. Hope it comes across on the screen, but here in the hall, you're going to see the fitness, the pace, and the skill that it takes to defend someone like Toby.
And we haven't mentioned the Buckland twins yet, because we will be talking about them throughout the whole game. That's Ben, is number 15. He's holding the ball. His brother, Luke, down the other end, has got a little goatee, which is going to perhaps help out identification. Apologies for any of these names that we get wrong. The Buckland family, I'm going to talk about Shane Buckland a little bit later on, but in the meantime, Tornadoes get going. Straight into the post. Good to see that goal action.
Interesting, we've gone with Sophie Parker in there, being won that rebound.
Big
Entirely
job.
position.
And there's Ben. Buckland.
Lovely collect there from Ben. Interesting to see Louis Richardson getting the start. I mean, I think actually, say interesting, probably to be expected with the injury to Owen Mansfield. Huge opportunity for him, as we see Sophie Parker driving in, getting the first penalty of the game. Oh, and it goes just over.
And at least they collect off the back. Okay, running the buck, taking their time. Out to Sophie Parker's number 5, and Eleanor is number 4, just receiving the ball. That was Buckland went down there.
Oh, that's lovely from Parker.
Wonderful feed. Look at the little roll off the finger from Eleanor Parker.
Stylish finish there with the left hand. I think Nadine Gallagher is going to have her work cut out for her today. No, Eleanor is, we haven't even mentioned her yet, has scored lots of goals, over 50 plus goals this year for Tornadoes, so she's going to be crucial for them down there.
Louis Richardson in the feed as Toby Clark gets his first shot, pulled down by James Wilcox, who Kira Wilcox will come in and run that block, and the other girl down there is Saskia Hardcastle.
Saskia as well, actually, I think, not to be underestimated. Scored a couple of good goals against me in that semi-final. A lot of attention on Kira, but when Saskia gets the ball, she will finish it.
Coming for the nice collect off the two turning shots from the Bristol boys. James Wilcox on the outside, Kira Wilcox
lovely.
Strong in the post. That's again against Alex Richardson, and there's James Wilcox again, beautiful. Great ball coming over from Kira Wilcox. We see it on replay now, and James just stretches out, and
yeah, beautiful vision there from Kira to pick out James.
good start to the game, both teams.
Will Alderton as well, I mentioned his defence, but he has actually been pretty crucial for Tornadoes' attack this year. Him and Ben really scoring over 50 goals each. And as we see, sorry, Luke Buckland, I think my first game commentating, got identical twins. But Luke comes out of the post there. A lovely shot off the back. That's
beautiful, smooth turn that he's got. It's like is that Toby Clark is just messing up Will Alderton in his moves, and it was Luke. Gets a decision against James Wilcox. No complaints from James, gives him the little tap. Knew he got beaten there. So let's just quickly look at this attack. There's Lizzie Ty. Yeah, it's on Laurie Fabian. Johnny Potter doing the drive in there, and they dropped it down, and they won't go away.
Laurie's going to be crucial for Bristol today. You know, there's games where he scores 7+, and then the next week just the 1 or 2. So if he gets his shooting going,
well, I think I've commentated him when he scored 10 one time. He can get really hot. Nice ball over from Sophie Parker.
Keeping it nice and open, and then we go into the feed.
Reasonably low tempo. Eleanor Parker not quite getting a hold of it, and as Ben Buckland stepping up now, gets it back from Parker, but Nadine Gallagher gets in the way. Oh, nice from Saskia Hardcastle driving through, gets a decision. Referees today, Jack Birch, and that decision there, I think, coming from Rob King. Just a free pass. Oh, look like they're going double team on Eleanor Parker, and they do get the switch around to Sophie. Oh, no, sorry, I've got the Saskia at the back.
Yeah, just rolls off the top there, or should I say bobble off the top, Tom. She put one of those away in the semi-finals, so they can't, we'll see what happens next, but yeah, can't be ignoring Saskia off the back.
I do like to see a tactical free pass battle though, and it looks like they will be setting up for that.
Great defence from Johnny Potter. Great concentration, not giving that up there. Looks to me Tornadoes doing a bit of a mixture of rebound and not rebounding, letting James get the post there, but previously had been ultimate block down the
Okay,
centre.
and James trying to drive through, and referees, I think, both had a different view of that, but they've ended up with a free pass in favour of Luke Buckland. I think it was... No, sorry, in favour was James Wilcox, the shove coming from Luke Buckland.
And we'll see what happens this time on the free pass matchup. Will Kira get space to shoot, or will they go off the back again?
It's a nice double team setup, and they have passed it off again. And again, it hasn't worked, so tactical battle
Yeah, I think
being won by Tornadoes at the moment. Kira Wilcox from range goes close. Luke Buckland does well against Wilcox.
Game's just settled down a little bit after some quick goals at the start. It'll be interesting now to see Eleanor Parker go into the post. Good defence again from Johnny Potter, disrupting the play.
And it's Fabian that cleans that up. Toby Clark into the feed, but it's James Wilcox on the outside. Kira Wilcox strong on the inside after James Wilcox again. A really nice structure and setup, and Toby winning that battle against Will Alderton. And a beautiful turn.
Little dip of the shoulder there from Saskia Hardcastle.
Look at that, and she comes round. Might even been a penalty, or maybe I'm doing a disservice to Erin Barrett, but she really nice moves from Bristol Thunder. Really beautifully even match that we've got. It is for the bronze medal, the third place in England Korfball League, and there is European Korfball on the line for the winner. Ben Buckland steps back, stretches it out. Nice little subdued one-hand pump celebration.
Yeah, you say lots to play for in this game. European Korfball on the line. Bristol will be wanting to kind of right the wrongs of their 8th place finish out in Turkey this year and get another opportunity on the European stage. Lovely drive from Johnny Potter. That's what he loves to do. Little push in the back from Louis.
Well, he just held him up and drew him on.
Smart.
Perfectly legitimate, and he finished off his penalty nicely. But I think especially for the younger Tornadoes players, a lot of them play in the youth squads, as you'd expect any players who play for the Bucklands always, get trained to that international standard. But as a club, it's important to get out to Europe and play together and get more experience. And these young players know they're going to be hungry and thirsty for that. As Erin Barrett gets a decent shot up, Alex Richardson was strong.
Yeah, it would do wonders for the development of these players getting out, able to play out in Europe. The physicality is another level, and it really brings you on as a player. As we come back down to Bristol, attack.
Lizzie Ty.
This time Tornadoes choosing to play rebound.
Nadine Gallagher. Oh, thought she had some space. Didn't work out. Potter. From right. Fabian does well. Oh!
Not sure what happened there.
Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, I think Ben Buckland, I'm not quite sure where he was, but as soon as Fabian realised, he took his time.
Got to bury those shots like that when you get 3 metres from the post. That's really impressive from Laurie. Oh, wonderful. Incredible from Ben there. Righting those wrongs from the other end immediately with a really bit of a showtime finish there.
Really nice position underneath the post and a good finish, difficult finish, well scored.
Straight into the post from Ben this time.
Holding a nice big position.
I'd really like to see Eleanor Parker get her shot going on the outside, I think. As we see Sophie put a shot up.
Fabian comes and gets it, but Louis Richardson does better on the outside. Looks like Richardson's the go-to guy, but now they're looking for Eleanor Parker, and it breaks down.
Yeah, a little bit untraditional Tornadoes there, kind of into that 2-2. I think they're having to do that with the way Bristol defending, but this is a team that notoriously like to kind of play 3-1, keep things open, take those second phase shots when your players are engaged. So I'd like to see Tornadoes try and get back to their style of playing. A strong rebound again there from James.
Shot from Toby now. Toby holds Alderton out at the post, but it bounces forward for Luke Buckland to pick up. I thought one of the weaknesses of Thunder against Beck was in the collect. They haven't got Leo Comerford, who is a man mountain in that area, and I think that has made a difference to them. And we're just going to have to perhaps have a look at the replay if we can see it as to why that was a penalty, but it is going to be for Sophie Parker.
And she puts that one away.
Nicely tucked to the right. I didn't see what was the offence.
Lizzie tie there, I think just in the back of Sophie Parker, but that's really really great from Sophie there, keeping calm under pressure, having missed that first penalty.
And it's brought us back level. Nice, easy. Once again, I think Bristol need to establish a collect, get into that second phase.
Yeah, it was a bit early there from Nadine Gallagher with that shot.
Alderton, nice, smooth shot, bounces down kindly for James Wilcox. I think it's pretty fair to say neither team have truly established a collect, but it's a nice open game. Both teams are trying to move the ball well on the outside. Nadine Gallagher just can't quite hold of it. Lizzie Ty replaces that. Now she gets the ball. Fabian's giving up his position though, and in the meantime, Lizzie Ty tries a cheeky one, and Sophie Parker doesn't work out.
I think they felt the shot clock pressure there, and yeah, innovative attempt from Lizzie, but unfortunately defended.
Nice from Luke Buckland. I'm liking his smooth language style on the outside, and that's a travel call against Alice Richardson.
Yeah, I think that's the correct call there. She saw the goal before she thought about what her feet were doing.
So she wasn't available for the semi-final. I think she could impact this game. Of course, Tornadoes are with Owen Mansfield, who injured himself in the dying minutes of the losing effort that they had in the semi-final. How big a loss could he be today for them, Caitlin? A lot of the pre-match talk was about his injury. I understand he's gone for a scan. I understand that he's here somewhere and he is ambulatory.
Yeah, I think obviously Owen has been a stalwart in that Tornadoes starting 8 for this season, so to lose him at this late stage will be really disruptive. However, and as I say, Louis Richardson is coming to replace him, hasn't got loads of experience, particularly not at this level, but he's done pretty well so far. Defensively strong there, making it difficult for Bristol. And we know Dave Buckland will have a plan. So yeah, as much as a loss Owen is, Tornadoes will come out strong, and they're level as we approach only 10 minutes into this first half.
Louis Richardson just coming on the ball there. I think he's looked okay up until now. Look, I mean, it's a big game to come into.
Yeah, definitely hasn't looked out of place. You wouldn't think, oh, he hasn't played many games, started many games this season for Tornadoes.
But I always get the impression over the last few years, looking at Tornadoes, they do train for international level. You know, like that's in their mentality every time they train, every time they step onto the pitch is to play a good game. And if you're part of the squad, you have to aspire to the standard. And it's good to see him stepping up. There's Erin Barrett tries to get round, but it does end up with Alex Richardson and the shot.
Oh, lovely turn.
Oh, fantastic turn from Buckland. Toby Clark was trying to claim a defender there. And, okay, look, let's see, going to give that one to the referee.
Yeah, good awareness there from Luke, knowing that both boys were distracted, and puts away quite a difficult finish actually. Quick turn and on the move like that.
And Tornadoes have just snuck into the lead.
Looking to get the girls on the outside this time. Lovely shot up there from Erin. Erin's a player that's actually really impressed me this year. Again, you know, a teenager, but as you say, the players within the kind of the Buckland Academy of Excellence, you know, they learn how to cope at this level. And Erin has been really solid defensively. Actually, I played against her. And it did take me a while to get some goals on, but a lovely step back there from James Wilcox, back corner. A nice easy finish.
It was early shot from Kira Wilcox. They got into the second phase, got the ball into the back of the court, and James Wilcox looking very cool and collected at the back.
He really can't. Sorry, go on.
Sorry, okay, Ben Buckland over to Richardson. He's under pressure there from Fabienne. Now he finds a little bit of space, but the ball didn't come cleanly.
Forces the shot up there a little bit.
Lovely
it's a
good
goal.
one. Yeah, look, you just keep an eye on the young lad, and he's going to score a goal. He's been looking okay.
There we go. That'd be great for his confidence going back into defence now. That takes Tornadoes into a 2-goal lead.
Johnny Potter working on Ben Buckland.
Oh,
Fabienne,
brilliant.
fantastic.
Yeah, I want to see Johnny's outside shot get going. I think, but that again comes back to that rebound, getting into that second phase. Now we go again. That's 2 rebounds. So Laurie steps back. Ooh, looked good from here.
And okay, maybe Richardson just a little bit lax going out there to Fabienne. That might just a little bit of a warning. Got away with it. Erin Barrett. No, great.
That's 2 now.
From downtown, and Tornadoes starting to take control, Caitlin.
They are indeed. That was huge from Erin.
Although, yeah, Bristol is still playing okay. Nadine Gallagher maybe thought about a shot. Fabian
Lovely extension.
does go around. Great extension from Johnny Potter. Here we go. Good drive. He goes round. He gets the move. He goes up with the one hand. The referee gives it a decision, but the ball won't drop. But that was sharp, wasn't it?
The speed, the athleticism there.
And he finishes off nicely. Bristol needed that, really. Halfway through the first half.
Yeah,
Been quite even, let's say, up to the last 3 or 4 minutes. It looks like Tornadoes might be starting to take control. Bristol come back just to remind us that they are still here.
Yeah, that's really important there from Johnny to keep that gap back at 2 goals. I think, you know, when you start getting to 3, 4, heads can start to drop, but that's really crucial to keep that at 2 as we get the queen of the free pass stepping up to the line.
Eleanor Parker gets back, smooth. Okay, comes up short this time. Louis Richardson does well to pull it down. Ben Buckland wants to pull it out. Okay, now we've got the girls on the inside, boys working on the outside. Ball out is not great, and James Wilcox will start a Bristol attack from the halfway line. Nice from Toby Clark to Hardcastle to Kira Wilcox. James Wilcox pulls it down. Another collection into the second phase, out to Toby Clark.
Yes, that defensive Will Alderton that I mentioned earlier.
He's close to, I mean, Toby Clark is recognised one of the fastest, most trickiest player on the outside. Now they're going to have to go with it. Gets a shot, look at his James Wilcox, pulls it down. I mean, the structure wasn't bad, but the determination of the team to get that shot, and Wilcox just read it better, didn't he?
Kira will be thanking her husband there for, everyone's going to forget about that block shot she just shot when James finishes the rebound like that.
Just mean forget about it. They'll be claiming it as a couple. This is, yeah, we practiced this. We talked about this one.
Yeah, the set play. Oh, we go back to the free pass line.
I think that might have been against Johnny Potter, maybe just pushing a little bit too hard on Ben Buckland. Eleanor goes in and just smoothly finishes it, rolling off the top. Hard shot to score, but you've got to have that inward movement.
Yeah, I think you can see on the replay there, Lizzie Ty just lapse in concentration. A player should not be able to take that close shot when you've got a girl at the post waiting. Oh, clever from Nadine.
Yeah, she just read that Eleanor Parker went the wrong way around the block. And this is a good game, only 1 in it. High-scoring game.
Yeah, as I say, like the head-to-heads this season have both been close and high-scoring. Tornadoes coming away with the victory last time, just by 1 goal in a 28-27 win. So I don't want to, commentators curse and all, but we're looking for another close game here.
Okay, I think it was at the post, probably gone against Saskia Hardcastle. It's going to be Luke Buckland on the line. I think it's. The Bristol boys seem to be switching who they're defending, but this time it's going to be James Wilcox trying to go out on Luke Buckland. In the meantime, that was a pretty good move from Alex Richardson, but it comes to nothing in the end on a foul, I think, given against, I think it was Will Alderson.
Tornadoes again playing rebound, but Laurie managed to turn Louis there into the post.
Gallagher hits the
Lovely
feed,
ball.
opposite again, but the ball goes out to Pato. And that's a good reset, and Lizzie Ty gets a good shot up, but that's Louis Richardson comes in and claims it.
Yeah, Lizzie knows that there, that maybe dish that out to Laurie as to keep the boys engaged, but she's well entitled to take that shot. She's got a great shot. She'll get the goals going, I'm sure. But yeah, just a bit of smart decision making. Lovely from Will.
Luke Buckland just pulls Wilcox onto him, and a friendly little tap there from James Wilcox, just to probably just admit. No, he's kind of putting his hands out, saying maybe it wasn't. But Luke Buckland is going to have to wait until after the timeout. I'm assuming that is called by Bristol Thunder. We got a game on our hands, Kaylin.
We do indeed. It's exactly what we'd hoped for as the first fixture of 3 kind of eye-watering clashes today down at the K2 in Crawley. Smart there from John Bagnall putting that timeout in, gives everyone a breather, including us, in what has been a really exciting game to start the day.
So tactically, who do you think is winning the battle? I mean, I think Tornadoes are moving the ball a little bit better. I think they're looking very aggressive going into the post. But Bristol now starting to get a little bit more collect. Maybe they're reading the ball. There's been like 3 or 4 shots with no defender where maybe they're, but Buckland, he likes to get his defenders active. He likes to keep them busy, looking for something, trying to take some advantage, when they're in defence. And maybe a couple of times it hasn't worked out.
Yeah, I think Bristol, neither team has hit top gear yet, but I think Bristol are starting to kind of work out how to combat that rigid rebound defence from Tornadoes. And as you say, the last few attacks have managed to recycle kind of 2 or 3 times. But I say no one's hitting top gear. We'll see if
Luke Buckland
puts that away. Very nice.
Nice penalty style, very casual and loose. Crowd starting to urge Thunder on as Hardcastle gets a shot up, doesn't bounce kindly for James Wilcox, and I think that's Luke Buckland that comes away with that.
Yeah, nice step back there for Saskia. Just a little unfortunate with the roll. Oh.
And Ben Buckland going for the little drop pass to, I think it was Sophie Parker, trying to come on the way through.
Yeah, I think kind of not reading each other quite properly there. I see what you're trying to do, but
well, good that they're trying something. Yeah. Look, it's not for the championship. They're here to play Korfball. Hopefully, here to entertain the fee-paying crowd and have the confidence to do it in a big game. I think it's just essential that these players start to build that. James Wilcox out to Hardcastle, nice.
Lovely.
Balance on the outside, comes down to Alderton.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there from Saskia. 2 nice shots, but yeah, Bristol need to sort that rebound out again and get back to those second, third place shots. Gone for girls in again this time.
Yeah. And Louis Richardson is going to be the man that's going to be free. And now Buckland's turn. Ben Buckland, both coming up short, no collect.
Yeah, so Louis, I'd like to have seen just gone straight round that block there into the post, because we know Ben's going to take that shot. We know that's how this Tornadoes team like to play, rebound or not. But I think there's an opportunity to set up a nice collect there.
James Wilcox under extreme pressure there from Luke Buckland, and it goes close, but comes out in favour of Tornadoes. Oh, nice ball. Really nice ball coming in from Eleanor Parker to Sophie Parker, but I think was it Lizzie Ty, perhaps just alive to that.
They'll be enjoying this today, Eleanor and Sophie getting to play together on the biggest stage. As that's really good defence there from Alex, taking that charge really well. One of the hardest things to get right as a defender, staying on that running line and taking that hit.
And hard for the referees, and they got that one right. Really, you've got to protect the defenders, because quite often a lot of players will run the player into the block and expecting the defender, and if the defender gives up too early, then they lose the goal. So yeah, that was good and that was brave.
So Eleanor Parker scoring the last one here, driving in at the post. Lizzie Ty will not let that happen again.
Well, they're double teaming now, and the double team. Well, okay, well Lizzie kind of did drop off for Sophie. Was a decent free pass, well worked, but no goal this time.
Again, I think Bristol shooting a little bit early there, and then coming up short and losing the ball. Girls out now.
And a little bit unstructured. I mean, I don't mind them doing it for sure, but they just didn't really look like they had a chance to collect that when it come.
That's a really strong collection from James. As we get set up,
and
nice
quite efficient around the block. We haven't seen that much of Toby Smith, but perhaps because of the Alderton defence. This is a great battle. Oh, James Wilcox, he was in a good position.
Yeah, you can see what Toby was trying to do there. Little drop of that shoulder, but Will so strong in that one-on-one defence.
Against Toby Clark, who,
Exactly.
really everybody likes to watch him play because he's so great outside and aggressive, and Alderton's making him look, if not slow, it's just making him look normal. Now this is Eleanor Parker trying the over-the-head pass. That's great. I like to see it.
Inspired by Marcus Ty last weekend, I'm sure.
Yeah, who did it really well. Ben Buckland coming out for a turning shot, and a fantastic from Louis Richardson. Now Ben Buckland, and they timed out. First clock violation of the game, and it is against Tornadoes.
Yeah, very rare to see shot clock violation at this level. Tornadoes shouldn't let that push up them too much. They've been playing pretty well. As there's Saskia.
Up a nice structural setup. Look, they've got James in the inside. Got Toby coming round to scare the defenders. But they're not going out very far on Saskia. She can pretty much shoot any time from 6 metres she wants. But she's shooting with rhythm.
Yeah, I feel really pleased I picked her out at the start of the game because one to watch a little bit underestimated. She's gone close for her last 2 shots, and then to get that in there, really impressive. Oh, Eleanor.
No way. Crazy little kind of left-handed flick and earns the penalty off the hand.
She's so casual yet so effective. It's brilliant.
Okay, Eleanor Parker, great. And that's stretched the Tornadoes lead back out to 2, but really nothing in this game. Other than those 2 goals, both teams playing well. Laurie Fabian posts up. Now they're going to get the 2 girls on the inside. Potter on the outside. Potter's been a little bit quiet. Maybe a good job Ben Buckland's doing in defence, and Louis Richardson cleans that up, and a disappointing attack from Bristol.
I'd like to see Johnny turn down that first opportunity and play it sideways to Laurie to engage his defender, but I think, Nadine's got to be a little bit stronger in that feed. Your player shouldn't be getting around like that, getting hands in cleanly. As you say, I think Johnny, he'd like to see his outside shooting get underway a bit more. He's had a couple shots, but they haven't been able to recycle it. So,
Alex Richardson, beautiful. It was a great ball from Luke Buckland.
Let's see if Bristol can
get
it right this time.
See, look, they're not going out on Nadine Gallagher either, really. They're allowing her or encouraging her to shoot, but they're keeping her. Now she's got round. Okay, turns the shot down. Potter to Fabienne. Oh, great shot.
Lovely rebound there, Lizzie Ty.
And she holds her position nicely, allows Fabienne to come in behind her. Ty again.
Lovely shot for back.
It's good from Bristol.
Yeah, this is much better.
I'd like them to see them move the ball then after this and not just get bogged down. That's it. That's a great movement. And out to Potter, who we both, I think, want to see him shooting more from the outside. That one hasn't worked out.
But that's a much better attack there. So really strong setup start there from Lizzie Ty going. I like it. I love seeing a girl walk the block and go around into that rebound and then collect it so well.
Alderton in the feed for Alex Richardson, going out to Erin Barrett. Okay, Richardson gets a shot up. Kira Wilcox gets the block, and she almost gets the follow-up shot. I was going to say, Kira would have been pleased to get that block in, but then when it goes behind you and you...
Yeah, great determination from Alex there to keep going.
Look, good vision as well that she saw where it was going and couldn't quite finish off the running in shot. And Nadine Gallagher, I think, taking advantage that perhaps Eleanor Parker were not quite awake there, or did she get the decision in the end? Doesn't matter because Tornadoes have got it. And there's Alex Richardson. Now they've got to. Okay, I thought Luke Buckland was then going to go in and take the post. Erin Barrett shoots and a little bit scrappy.
Yeah, just a strange one there from Tornadoes. Will Alderton in the feed on his own, no one at the post.
Lizzie Ty. And that's easy for Ben Buckland.
Yeah, I think a bit early on in the attack again there. Wilcote taking up the post this time.
Luke Buckland, nice, smooth. Wilcox holding his hand out to dry. Let's have a look on the replay. Well, I don't know, he's maybe got a shout.
That is a quintessential Buckland, I'd say. You can't switch off. You have to be within that defensive range at all times. They will shoot and score like that. So we go girls in the post again.
Gallagher to Potter.
Lovely shot. Look really good from here, but just coming up short again there, Johnny.
And Louis Richardson, I think he's reading that defensive collection very well. He's breaking up a lot of these Bristol attacks as Alex Richardson tries to turn the corner now. She gets a shot on the outside. Good pressure from Hardcastle.
Lovely rebound.
Very nice from Erin Barrett, and as they eventually sort it out, they leave the 2 girls on the inside. It's going to be Will Alderton, who's been a little bit quiet himself in attack. Perhaps him and Toby cancelling each other out, but it doesn't matter because Luke Buckland falling over pretty much as Wilcox comes in afterwards, and he took a nice shot, and the referee has called off screen now. The referee has called the trainer over to have a look at him.
Yeah, we hope Luke's going to be okay here. Obviously, been an absolute talisman for Tornadoes this year. Great finish, but want to call out Erin there for 2 really strong rebounds, kept that attack going and then dished it off. That's exactly what you want to see. Keep all your players engaged after that first shot. Nice collection. Then you find Luke free 4 meters from the post and he puts it away.
In the meantime, he's got up and everybody's okay. We're just going to wipe the floor down on the end that you're not currently looking at the moment. While we got this break and we're talking about Bucklands, I just want to talk about Shane Buckland. Incredible achievements that he's had over the last 3 years and just been topped by the wonderful performances given in getting himself promoted into Korfball League. Let's talk about this again after that. Alderson, little shove in the back for Toby Clark coming in. Maybe Toby heard that we thought he'd been handled by Alderson, and he drives around and he doesn't convert his penalty. Disappointing.
Yeah,
Hardcastle out to Wilcox, nice. That's the James shot I love.
Yeah,
but quickly on Shane Buckland, he's won an award for the best Korfball League male, Korfball League 2 male, best achievement of any English korfballer by a mile. And respect to his dad and his mum, who both played for Oost Arnhem in Hoofdklasse. But really what he's done over the last 3 years, but in particular this year, is just hopefully an inspiration to all the young players and hopefully the Tornadoes players who've played with him and trained with him week in, week out. Just can't say enough about how happy I am about it as he's achieved it, and hopefully it can inspire all English korfballers to do it.
Yes, inspiration to all players to see if you can push yourself and see what you can achieve. I say, Shane Buckland winning Korfball League 2 Player of the Season is incredible. Probably rivals Natasha Dawson's bronze medal in the Korfball League for kind of individual achievements. Great players that have gone out there and shown that you can play at that top level.
Yeah, I don't want to be hard on Natasha, but she didn't. I think she was only had 1 or 2 seasons. She didn't do it for as long.
Yeah.
And I think to actually be in a team to get promoted, she came into a winning team. And a fantastic was Eleanor Parker with a drive-through.
Nice, easy.
Left-handed running in shot, high above the head. Anyway, Natasha Dawson did incredible. But I almost want to chat up Shane Buckland.
As an individual accolade, I think it is unmatched. And we are, I speak for I think everyone here, delighted to see him back in that England senior team that will be going out to Cheshire in October this year for the Europeans.
Kieran Wilcox into James Wilcox. Oh, he just takes advantage of the fact that Ben Buckland was on the floor now. Toby Clark, he gets it up. Toby Clark is awakening. He's finding his space against the great defence of Will Alderton. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see if Will can keep up the pressure all game. It's going to be the fitness required for that is really unmatched. Lovely. Again, James Wilcox really scoring lots of goals for Bristol today. Lovely, easy step back off that back left-hand corner again.
Little show of frustration from Luke Buckland, his defender, just maybe lost a little bit of concentration. It's a great battle between them now. They're really enjoying. Good spirited, but they're both busting a gut out there. And that was good position from Alex Richardson, and maybe couldn't quite control it. Maybe thought she was fouled. And
hopefully Tornadoes they'll be really wanting to shut this down, keep that 4-goal cushion going into the second half as we come into the last 20 seconds or so.
Oh wow, it's gone that quick, and the lead is 4 at the moment. Going to be Johnny Potter. There's going to have to be the go-to guy. He does get his space, does go for the running in shot. It's drawn the penalty as well.
Yeah, just a little bit of contact there, but it's enough, and it's got to be a penalty.
And Johnny Potter silent here, the K2 arena. Everybody was willing that to go in.
That's huge for Bristol. Cut that 4-goal gap down into the second half.
Yeah, down to 3. Interesting first half. Kaylin, talk me through how you saw it.
Yeah, it's been a high-scoring game, 15 goals and a half from Tornadoes. That's we're on track for definitely a high 20s game here, maybe even 30+ goals. So really impressive. The matchup I'm loving at the moment is Luke Buckland, James Wilcox. James, lovely smooth shots off the back shot, scored a very high percentage. And Luke, you can't switch off for a second. He's been scoring from everywhere all at once. Okay,
plenty to get excited about for the second half. Come back in 10 minutes and enjoy this great festival of Korfball here at the K2 Arena. Okay, back with the second half. Bronze medal game, third, fourth playoff, whatever you want to call it, here at K2 Arena. It is Tornadoes versus Bristol Thunder. It's been a great first half. Tornadoes, I thought, looked to move the ball well early on, and then Bristol evened it out. I think there was a point where Tornadoes looked like they might run away with it, but Bristol hanging in there tough. On with Caitlin Fitzgerald. Caitlin, what are you thinking about the second half?
Yeah, absolutely not over yet at all. Only 3 goals in it, lots on the line. Bristol, of course, got that taste of European competition last year and will want to be back there. Bit of a disappointing tournament for them, coming in 8th. I know, it's their first time out in Europe, a bit of illness in the team, didn't quite go how they wanted. And out at that level, it's usually a couple of goals that dictate if you become top 4 or bottom 4. So they really want to get back out there, right those wrongs. So, of course, thinking they're going to come out all guns blazing, leave everything out there for the second half.
I know they were disappointed about it, and yeah, they're right, they will want to try and get back there. But look, Tornadoes, they want their taste of it as well. I think that's great that we got this IKF expanded format, and those 3 teams do get that taste of European Korfball. And you probably remember the first time you went out with your club team and you just suddenly realised, wow, this is harder than I thought it was going to be. Like, I don't know who these people are. How can they be so good at Korfball? I don't know who they are. And then there's so many of them. Well, back to the game. Bristol with Laurie Fabian holding the ball. No changes, Caitlin. Both teams happy to continue in this vein. I'm sure we will see some changes coming as Thunder start us off.
Yeah, I think there's no need to make any drastic changes this half. Oh, girls in again. It was working for Bristol. There we go.
And it's worked again. Laurie Fabian stepping back off a nice feed from Gallagher. But Lizzie Ty holding out a strong post position, giving the confidence to shoot. Thunder immediately bring the game back to 2.
Yeah, that's really huge, getting that first goal of the second half for the momentum, the mentality of the game. And that 2-2 setup really working for this Bristol Thunder division with both girls in.
Shot from Louis Richardson, who was commenting coming into the team, having a good game, and that was kind of called a charge earlier in the second on the first half, but referee's seen something a little bit different there. Saskia Hardcastle will not get 25, though she will get a 25 now.
Yeah,
on the shot clock.
There.
A beautiful Toby Clark, the pace that he's got. What a great battle he's having at Will Alderton.
Just a little shimmy there, got the better of Will, but stayed engaged and got that rebound afterwards.
Well, he won the first bit in the drive-in, can't quite convert that. The other attempt that he had where he got round, he did miss the penalty, but there's more to come from that wonderful duel that we're seeing there.
Yeah, finishing those little opportunities are always crucial, but when you're 2 goals down like that, starting second half, when you set them, little mistake there from Lizzie, uncharacteristic.
Louis Richardson pulls it back in with a shot from Sylvia Parker. Oh, that would have hurt Bristol if that had happened, if that had gone in.
No one more relieved there than Lizzie Ty. Very uncharacteristic from her. She won't let that phase her though.
James Wilcox having a good game, having a great battle with Luke Buckland.
Very good there from Will, coming flying in to get that ball off over the top.
And Laurie Fabian not going out that far with Louis Richardson, almost tempting him to say, look, take that off with a long-range shot. And wow, it's not a great attack from Tornadoes.
Yeah, a bit jittery coming into the second half there from Tornadoes, but they'll get back in their flow. I say Laurie dropping off Louis like that can be a bit unnerving for an attacker, but they just need to keep the ball moving and make Laurie engage.
Toby Clark to Wilcox to Hardcastle, back to Toby Clark, he shoots it out to Wilcox. He just saw Luke Buckland dropping off. Bristol coached by John Bagnall, had a great couple of seasons. They have, and they'll be disappointed not to have made the final this year, but really this is probably their level. And with Beck and Trojans in the final, coming up here later on the England Korfball channel. Oh, that's beautiful little step back, smooth moves from Eleanor Parker.
I'll see more of that from her, that kind of characteristic, easy shot. Had some success on the inside as she gives it off to her sister. Lovely.
Fantastic. Sylvia Parker, like a half step back, just realising that her player was on the wrong line, or the player was running backwards too much. That's great attacking. Good work between the girls. Kira Wilcox almost gets around Alex Richardson. Saskia Hardcastle not being defended out.
Yeah, Erin having to kind of take the back line there, prioritising the defence on Kira.
I think tactically, I don't think the Tornadoes girls are defending selectively. There's a lot of players that they're not really going out to, particularly the girls.
They're clearly choosing to follow their player, not stay sides there, but that does give up that space, and Saskia will punish you. She has it already in this game.
Ben Buckland finally gets round to the post and allows Louis Richardson to shoot. Ben Buckland does well. I think maybe thought about a little jump back there, didn't. Johnny Potter attentively follows him round.
Love to see ball over. Yes, there it is. Ball over top to Eleanor. What can they create from this? Ball gets a bit lucky there with that pass in. There it is.
Nice,
Eleanor Parker, love it. So smooth.
I think they just kept on working until the Bristol defence just maybe switched off just a little bit.
Yep.
At the time you're thinking, oh, maybe we'll have them under shot clock pressure. That's the time to stay tight, and they didn't there.
That restores that 4-goal lead as well for Tornadoes. Girls, but again, both back in again down here.
The double block. Johnny Potter can't quite catch it.
Yeah, that first ball out to Johnny hasn't been the best. He's fumbled it a few times.
Piked shot there, and that's a good collection from Eleanor Parker as it bounces off. Lizzie Ty trying to disrupt it, but it won't do it. Will Alderton to Luke Buckland. Okay, here comes Richardson, Alex Richardson, and Buckland well defended by James Wilcox, but it's got out to Will Alderton. He dropped down a nice goal. Good attacking.
Yeah, you've got to score those high percentage opportunities at this level, and Will definitely does. I think the matchup against Toby Clark is really allowing Will to take up that post position. As Will, no disrespect, you won't mind me saying this, has a rare height advantage today, which is allowing Luke to stay on the outside and really create those opportunities.
Yeah, it's been a good duel. As in the meantime, Thunder throwing the ball off and allowing Tornadoes to get back at this with their 6-goal lead as it stands at the moment. Will Alderton sits it nice up for a feed. Erin Barrett.
The girls there trying to do a mirror copy of what Luke and Will just did.
Just didn't quite have the composure at the end with the start. They kind of snatched on it a little bit. There you can see that Eleanor Parker just not going out, and Nadine Gallagher.
Bristol back in on this 2-2 setup.
Laurie Fabian and Johnny Potter. Oh, wonderful turn. Nice. Oh, I wish he'd finished that. Bang! And round he went. It did reset though, so Nadine Gallagher just realises that a player hasn't quite followed around, and I think it was Eleanor Parker giving a little shrug to the ref, going, what I have to do, but
Nadine's had a few of those now, and Eleanor defensively won't want to be letting that happen again. Oh, Alex Richardson, easy drop off.
Oh, James Wilcox getting a good tussle with Will Alderton.
He knows, Will knows that was a bit much there. Nice little smile.
Yeah, good competitive couple in good spirit.
Yeah.
As we'd expect, but competitive game for sure. Lizzie Ty comes in and they will run the double block again. That's going to leave Johnny Potter on the outside, and he once again can't get a good clean handle on the ball as it comes out. Nadine Gallagher tries to go over the top
lovely.
to Potter, and it's nice move, strong extension of the shot. Good goal, Caitlin.
Love that, great ball over there from Nadine Gallagher. That 2-2 setup has been working for them, but I think it creates a lot of pressure on those shots those boys are taking. If they could not turn down that first one, open it back out, ball over the top like that. Lovely smooth shot as Sophie Parker nearly has an immediate reply.
Well, the times, we'll talk about him and get down, but the times I've seen when Johnny Potter's getting around, like it's working.
Yeah.
But you've got to be finishing in order to reap the rewards of your tactical moves, and it's really smooth pull down from Eleanor Parker. See the ball, you can see it on replay. Ball coming low to her left, just pulled it in. That's really good Korfball there. Kept herself square to the Korf.
Yeah, so their first shot there going close, and then that's it.
And Tony Clark finally breaks that Korf. Is it his first one? We'll see maybe on our graphics here. Maybe not. But that great battle there, you can see that's great. Will Alderton just giving Toby the little clap to say, yeah, well done, a little low five. Okay, little tussle at the post. It's going to result in a free pass to Tornadoes. Luke Buckland.
Yeah, Tornadoes favouring the quite a Dutch setup, I say, in the free pass here. Two girls offering the assist on either side. But you've got to be, alert to the rebound, as Alex was. Oh, I love it.
Erin Barrett. looking a little bit scrappy, but it is Aaron Barrett again, and it comes down to Will Alderton, who leans away, realised that he was free at 2.5, 3 metres, but he can't convert it.
Yeah, always falling away from the post there. Tricky shot to finish when you're not set like that to take a nice easy shot.
Toby Clark eventually picks himself up, and we haven't seen any subs, which is really interesting. Both teams, both coaches deciding they've got their best team out at the moment.
I'd be interested to see maybe a change down this end. Toby obviously has got his shooting form up, but I think defensively, Will being able to go to the post and get that rebound and leave Luke on the outside is causing a lot of issues for Bristol. Maybe if they could put someone taller on to play against Will, maybe to disrupt the Tornadoes setup that's had a lot of success.
Yeah, but like against Will Alderton and his speed, you've got to be very careful adjusting that division, really.
It's pros and cons, isn't it?
I mean, I think Bristol are doing well against his speed at the moment. It's kind of nicely balanced, although really Tornadoes, at 4 goals ahead, are going to be certainly the happier of the two teams. Johnny Potter does that drive again, and it just can't get the handle. He does earn another penalty. Ben Buckland having a polite, respectful word with the referee.
Just when you think Johnny's not round, suddenly he's there right at the last minute.
That's as quick a step as you'll see in English Korfball, and this time he does convert, and it brings the game back to 3, Caitlin.
Yeah, it's not over. Yeah, any young players watching, I'd really say take notes of the way Johnny Potter attacks one-on-one. The movement is, as you said, up with the best in the country.
Yeah, quick. Takes some good positions, and I suppose that's why they are doing the double block. This time they have got to go to Gallagher. Look, she just goes one way. I'm not saying that Eleanor Parker fell asleep. She just got fooled there, I think, by the movement of Nadine Gallagher, or maybe he underestimated her.
Yeah.
But as it is, it's brought Bristol Thunder back to 2. They're definitely in the ascendancy at the moment. Crowd starting to get into it. They're warming to the way Thunder are doing this, and now they're getting a big cheer for Nadine Gallagher.
Yeah, you've got to celebrate every win in close games like this, even those defensive ones. So great to see the Bristol bench getting involved there. That's smart. There we go, back to 1 goal.
Saskia Hardcastle. Let's have a quick look and see if our camera caught it. We just caught the end there, and Barrett just flailing to try and get the defending decision. It's gone back to 1. Oh, fantastic run from Bristol Thunder.
Yeah, Toby Clark came on to the Korfball podcast get that plug in, but no, earlier this year, and said Bristol can go on these unmatched runs, and they did against Beck when we played them. They scored 7 or 8 from 8 shots, and really got themselves back into the game, and they're doing exactly the same here.
And they're taking the energy from these interceptions, bringing them down the attack end. Toby Clark under extreme pressure from Will Alderton. Okay, call defended. I mean, Toby was testing the limits there of what could be called defended in respect to Will for really staying so close.
Yeah, if Bristol can get the next goal, that's really going to silence this.
If Gallagher can get in and intercept, and once again the crowd are getting behind Bristol.
Yeah, so at the start of the game, quite a Tornadoes heavy crowd. The distance obviously Crawley's a much shorter commute from Kent than Bristol, but Bristol really giving the neutral something to cheer about here. And
Kayla Wilcox she has been quiet. I think Alex Richardson's done a really good job on her defensive lead. They had to maybe once again cancel each other.
Yeah.
Two great girls who we haven't mentioned their names too much because they've really just been both so well defended by each other. Oh, it's fantastic. I thought that Eleanor Barker might have had a little question for the referee there. But as it is, it's Toby Clark with his nice move at the back. He did like it. I liked it.
Running off down the other end, didn't he? Thought he was going in. We've all done that.
Good battle at the post was won by Tornadoes, and now Bristol are just slowing the ball down, coming out, realising, can we make Tornadoes just a little bit nervous? If you get one on the way back out now, that's nice from Ben Buckland.
Just a girl in the feet now, no post.
No. And it's Louis Richardson who, look, I'm glad he had the confidence to take it.
Why not?
Suddenly found himself in the air with the ball and thinking, maybe I'll have a go at this. Didn't quite get the handle. There's Toby Clark again, earns some space, gives it up to Wilcox, gets it back. Toby Clark, downtown won't make it. Wilcox goes in body to body with, I think it's Luke Buckland.
And smart timeout call there from Dave Buckland just to slow down that Bristol ascendancy.
Yeah, I think there is a good call from Dave Buckland. Really, you had to slow it down. But credit to, I think maybe whatever John Bagnall said at half-time. I mean, there were 6 goals down. And then look, I mean, we're still in the game because we're enjoying the game. But I don't know, did Tornadoes take the foot off the gas, or is this all about Bristol stepping up, Caitlin?
I think, Bristol have really stepped up there. 6 goals down, that is a pretty big margin in Korfball. But they've kept calm. Maybe it's the experience of, being out in Europe, playing in close games, having close games throughout the season that's really built that mentality within them. So really impressed there. Tornadoes, though, will use this now to reset, regroup, and just go back to what was working for them. They don't need to stop what they were doing. It was going well. Kick back to that.
I think really it's just more the ebb and the flow of what's been a good game. Maybe Tornadoes have had a bad 4 minutes, but Bristol really have taken advantage of whatever happened. They've got a couple of streaky type of goals, but the rest of them they've earned.
Yeah.
They're working hard on the outside, but I think in particular when their defenders have left them, the defence is always trying to take an advantage by tactically moving. They've scored those solo shots where they've been found themselves alone.
They have indeed, and it's brought this game back to just 1 goal. We'll see now if Tornadoes can make the most of that timeout.
Okay, Ben Buckland, good pressure from Johnny Potter, and Laurie Fabian, pressure on Louis Richardson, turns the ball over.
That Bristol defence, that's 3 or 4 really good interceptions we've seen in the past couple of attacks.
Saskia Hardcastle goes close.
That would have taken the roof off if that had gone in.
Well, it was a really nice setup. They had the nice 2-2. She had the space on the outside. I think she's been given that space, but she's only shooting with rhythm rather than just suddenly going, oh, you're giving me this shot. Oh, let me just see if I can shoot it, and I'll shoot it and miss it. But no, they're shooting in rhythm, and I like the way that Eleanor Parker skips and dances across, even
so
after she's drawn the penalty.
It makes it look so easy, should I say.
And she scores a penalty, which is the most important thing as well. Takes a lead back out to 2, but we've got a game going on here, and 16 minutes to go.
Now we get back into this Bristol attack, which has been following a 2-2 setup with the girls in, but this time Laurie walks around the post.
Okay, so maybe they're giving up on the double girl action anyway. Johnny Potter, I think he can get his chances on the outside.
Ooh. Yeah, you can't. I say you've got to keep mixing things up. Things will become stagnant if you stick to such rigid structure for the rest of the game. Lovely pass deep into the attack.
Luke Buckland almost trying to draw his player onto him, doesn't work out. Will Alderton shoots, and it looks like maybe he'll come off a foot, and it's gone out, and Tornadoes are appealing for it as Bristol Thunder get on with their job of bringing it out. You can see, look, so they're standing so far off Lizzie Ty. I mean, maybe because they feel they've got the collecting power. Okay, so Potter against Buckland there, but that really, you don't come out to me, I'm going to stand and I'm going to deliver, and Lizzie Ty delivers.
Just about to say, you have to respect Lizzie Ty's shot. She's proven for years that she has got a really, really great shot, and she will score at this level. Mixing up their boys into the post, girls out. Lizzie Ty getting it done. Well, can get Erin back in the goal?
Yes, they can.
She's had a very impressive game. I think that's her 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, from quite a long way out.
Yeah, one to watch out for, a young teenager.
But important for Tornadoes, they're starting to get back in the goals again, looking like they're starting to enjoy their Korfball and a little spring in their step. I like the way they tried a few different passes and some experimentation in that first half, showing that they come here to play and enjoy, and James Wilcox was alone on the inside. Difficult shot to finish, and he'll be disappointed, but he's still got a smile, his characteristic smile on his face. Okay, Sophie Parker almost gets round Eleanor Parker, and a scrappy shot, I think probably called defended against Lizzie Ty, who's celebrating that one.
Yeah, you have to celebrate all the wins.
Toby Clark,
Lovely
nice, beautiful, okay. Will Alderton, you can just see him looking in the air. Look, he's been so close to him for the 45 minutes. The one time he leaves him free.
There we go, back to 1. Lovely
Oh, fantastic.
Now, can Bristol bring it level this time? Lovely ball over the top.
Hardcastle into Clark. Kira Wilcox coming, yeah, okay, that's like a confusion. That's worrying signs. Kira Wilcox come to run the block, and
Yeah. Saskia has been very smart with her shot selection, but that one was a bit premature. She'll know that though. She won't need us to tell her, and they'll look to right those wrongs in this attack now.
and the charge goes against Tornadoes. Then James Wilcox into Toby Clark, who does the turning little jump shot.
Love to see those kind of moves. It looked really good from here, but just going over the top there.
Yeah, look good. Both teams really enjoying their Korfball at the moment, and it's all up for grabs. And I think it was Sophie Parker looking a little bit disappointed with herself. A few running in shots missed, but difficult shot at her speed, that close. Kira Wilcox had a lot of pressure from Alex Richardson throughout the whole game. She'll be a little bit frustrated she's not getting more looks on the outside.
Yeah, Kira's having to do a real job on the inside. I played against her in the semi-final, and we had spent a lot of time at the post. And she's a good post player. She will hold that position. But yeah, maybe time to see what she can do on the outside. Switch up a little bit down there. It's interesting in Korfball games that how often you'll see games like this, teams coming back into it, and they all get back to that one goal behind, and then suddenly everyone gets a bit nervous again just to get level. It's I've been in many games myself where you just can't quite get back to the level scoreline. So we'll see if Bristol can now.
Saskia Hardcastle, Toby Clark reads that very, very quickly, and he's got a little bit of space. No collect. Now it comes, boys on the inside, gives a chance for the girls to run. It's going to be Saskia Hardcastle from probably a little bit outside of range, coming up short, and Thunder have to foul to get close, and Tornadoes bring it away. Yeah, but that's sport, isn't it? This is why we come to see. This is why people have really kind of started to fill up this K2 arena to come down to see these players get nervous. Louis Richardson.
Luke Ben Buckland got free there at the post and just wasn't seen there. And Bristol come away with it again. Now
a nice ball. There's Kira Wilcox. That's a position she likes to shoot, and it comes down to Toby Clark.
Will Alderton back there like a flash.
Okay, now they've run the block. Let's see maybe Kira on the outside a little bit more. See if she can earn some space for a shot out there, but nice tuck down there from Luke Buckland to Will Alderton. Nice, slow, controlled movement around the outside. Now the ball over the top. No feed following it up.
It's another unforced error there from this Tornadoes attack.
I think they're trying to generate some tempo or change tempo, slow, and then maybe kind of punch it a little bit quickly. Not working every time, but they know what good structure is. They know what good tempo is, and let's see who can execute the best in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, so Bristol really need a goal right now. Who do you think it's going to come from, Tom?
Yeah, I'm thinking Toby Clark myself. I'd like to see Kira out, but Kira just seems determined. She's going to battle it in and give herself for the team. James Wilcox, look at that.
There it is, that all-important equaliser.
But Kira Wilcox at the post, doing that job, allowing James to stay out.
Yeah, really nice. And James, I think that must be his 5th or 6th goal.
And look, I say, goalless at the semi-final, stepping up when he's needed to be. We're back at a level game. It's a long time. It's probably 30 minutes since it has been level. Test for Tornadoes in terms of their temperament. But they've come here to be tested, and this is great. Look, for them, if they can win from here, then they pass the test. But Bristol Thunder in the ascendancy at the moment.
Yeah, we'll see how Tornadoes cope with this. Obviously, leading a lot of the game against Trojans in the semi-final and not being able to get over the line. So it's going to be a real test of their mentality as we come into the final 10 minutes of this third, fourth playoff. Lovely move there from Will to get free. Oh, lovely dish.
Oh, excellent, fantastic. The ball over from Erin Barrett. I thought it was a little bit slow and loopy, but then the quick pass from Alderton to Luke Buckland.
And it restores that Tornadoes lead.
And no substitutes for 50 minutes, would you? Let's tie, finish, no. Fabian pulls it down. I don't think I've seen one of these kind of big finals, and this is a big final really for a place in Europe that's been played with the same 16 players for quite as long as this, which is great. Yeah. Look, I'm from the old school where you didn't use your sub unless you really needed to. These players now, they've got the same amount of tiredness.
Yeah, with the roll-on, roll-off element of Korfball. I think we might have seen some changes by now, but yeah, no players even warming up. So maybe we'll have the same starting 8 at the end of the game.
But it's great. You get to see the duel develop over the whole 60 minutes, and you see who's tired, and that running that excellent step back from Luke Buckland. That running that you put into your player in the first 15 minutes, you get to get the reward of that. Hopefully in the last 15, if you're the fitter player.
Yeah, so if you look at that Tornadoes bench, lots of players for the future there. Got to call out Charlie Price in my under-15 squad. I get to be the assistant coach there. Had a training yesterday with head coach Becca Clements and Marcus Time. Paul Kim came to help out. So lots of stars for the future on that Tornadoes bench.
Excellent. Well, it's been a real breeding ground for some great juniors, and turning into seniors, turning into
Shane
internationals. But they play good honest korfball. They try and get the basics right. They run. They cover the ground.
Always incredibly physically fit teams.
Yeah.
And like to keep things open, but also use that feed when needed.
That's excellent from Toby Clark. He's just holding it, and Will Alderton. And Alderton just saying to the referee that maybe he took it out of my hand. I think he shoved it into Toby Clark, and that is a shot clock violation this late in the game. That's where the fitness and the tactical ability to keep generating shots comes in. And then Gallagher eventually finds a way into that position. Now we're going to see Johnny Potter. Can he do his incredible driving in? Now it's going to be Lowy Fabian. This time comes up short, and structure was good. The final shot didn't deliver. 7 minutes to go.
I'd like to see Nadine be a bit more patient there. Johnny is at his best when he's been allowed to work his player for a few seconds. Lovely move from Will. Gets the decision. Yeah,
Will Alderton couldn't quite get the handle on it. I think the shove was on him, but the free player was Luke Buckland. Big penalty. We come here for pressure, and we see pressure.
Huge killer gasps, not just for me there, but across the hall.
And then the ball comes back. Now this becomes a big attack.
Yep.
But there's penalties missed all the way through. But I mean, as commentators, we like to build it up. I mean, but for players.
Oh, Laurie Fabian's through. That's got to be a penalty.
Laurie.
No contact. The refs had a much better view than I did.
Well, I think there was good discipline.
Yeah.
To not foul.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an uncharacteristic miss from Luke. He shouldn't dwell on that. He'll be back in the goals in no time.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's a shot miss. That's it.
Well, that's another unforced error.
Oh, and that's Erin Barrett chasing. And she did go down in the Bristol Thunder attack, so they will start their 25 seconds now. Almost just over 5 minutes to go in this intriguing match. Johnny Potter gets a shot with under not so much pressure.
Very good rebound from Laurie there. Keeps his tackle alive.
Potter again. Look, you're right. They need to just hold it for him. He's going to find his way in.
Yeah. You see him almost winding up, don't you? Winding up to then release that speed.
The problem with that, though, is by the time he gets his speed up, he's not really slowing down for the running in shot and converting that. But it's exciting to see.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch for sure.
Okay, Alex Richardson, 2 feet on the floor. Nice balanced shot. Well picked up. It didn't reset. And Will Alderton is going to just drop it down. And Tornadoes, a little bit of control with 2 goals ahead. It's not enough, Caitlin.
2 goals ahead, 5 minutes to go at this level is not enough. Especially when you've got Toby Clark coming back into the attack.
And there's Toby Clark now. Bang,
bang. Thank you, Toby, for helping us out there on that commentary.
Look at that. And Will Alderton, I think he was probably just beaten, really, and you could see his body language after that. Just perhaps not negative, but just showing really how hard he is trying to get close to Toby Clark, how committed he has been in defence. Golden goal await. I've been waiting to say it. I've been holding off from saying it, but really it is a possibility now with only 1 goal in it. It's been a wonderful game.
I love matches like this when we have to have a winner that are decided by golden goal. Golden goal is just so fun in korfball, isn't it? Who's going to step up in that big
moment? You say that because the last time you played golden goal, you scored the golden goal. So yes, it's nice when you win, but it's great for the sport. It's great for the crowd when we do see it. And really, it looks like that's what it might take to separate these 2 teams at the moment. They've both played great korfball.
It definitely could be. But yeah, we'll see in a few minutes' time if we get to.
Well,
have
look,
that.
there's almost 4 minutes to go between then, so it's going to be could be won and lost almost with every attack here. Sophie Parker holds as we see. Was it Louis Richardson go down? So that's going to be 14 seconds on the shot clock, which I'm pretty sure will remain.
Yeah, no foul there. It should stay at 14.
No action on either of the benches, so both teams looking like these are the teams that will go forward to golden goal. This is great to see that fitness. I want to see that in the game. That look, really, you start playing your player, who's going to be the fittest over the 60 minutes. We're seeing that today. We're seeing some great duels all over between some of the boys and some of the girls.
Yeah, it's been great matchup throughout, really. You can look at any of these and see, speak to what each player has put out against their other.
And Louis Richardson has picked himself up, and I think that's a timeout call by Tornadoes. A nervous one for sure. I don't know. Look, yeah, let's get in and have a talk. They can't play for time. Come on. What would you be saying if the Tornadoes coach? Coach from ahead, Caitlin.
For me, I would stick to what I said coming into the second half. They don't need to change what they're doing. It's been working for them in attack. Defensively, I think they know who the Bristol Danger players are, and I think Will Alderton's got a big task in his hands against Toby Clark, and I'd like to see all the other players in his division try and disrupt that Bristol attack as much as possible to help him out, because as the game's gone on, Toby's kind of come up trumps a bit with a few goals, so they'll need to keep switched on down there. And then down in this Tornadoes attack, I'd like to see, I think Eleanor Parker has had some great shots on the outside.
I think I like when the two Parkers there combine.
Yeah, exactly.
When one draws the player and they look for each other, I think they're especially dangerous. Right, we're off. There's some 4 minutes to go.
Here we go. We've got the Parker sisters out.
The boys on the inside. Sophie Parker, number 5, is on the outside, and it's Eleanor Parker, number 4. Let's watch out for both of them there. Sophie, she does almost get through, but she charges through Nadine Gallagher. I think that was the call. Yes, it was on that spot anyway.
Interesting. Big call there.
Yeah, look, I think fair call. Nadine Gallagher.
I do agree.
In a good line. James Wilcox.
Yeah.
Will they run the double block? Tasker Hardcastle was kind of sitting for it, but it's gone out to James Wilcox, who comes up short. Toby Clark reads it better than anybody else, and his quick feet takes him there. Kira Wilcox working on the inside to Toby Clark, who drops it down. It brings the game back level. I told you Toby Clark was going to have an impact, Caitlin.
We were just talking about Will and Toby, weren't we, there?
Well, it's great looking. The defending is good, but when the setup is like that, Kira Wilcox normally collecting, that time feeding, and there's Will Alderton. He does turn Toby Clark around. He doesn't quite get the shot up accurately enough, but Tornadoes retain it through Luke Buckland. Clark and Alderton having a little shoving match, a fair shoving match. Alderton finds space and he gets a little jump up, but it rolls off and it comes out. And Bristol Thunder, with just over 2 minutes to go, this wouldn't be a winning attack, but it would certainly put them on the path, and certainly gonna.
And we're going to go with the girls in. No, we're going to go Laurie and Lizzie, and it's going to look for Johnny Potter.
Here's Johnny Potter. There's the man. Oh, he looked good from here, Caitlin, didn't it? Not.
Great collection, though, from Laurie. It's always hard when the ball doesn't hit the top to judge where it's going to go.
So it was a reset. That's another reset. Fabian is fully in control of that. This is
really good.
A nice attack so far from Bristol. They're looking calm and collected. They know it's theirs to win, really. Nadine Gallagher tries to get around.
Now we go
Eleanor
to the girls
Parker.
inside.
Johnny Potter again, driving on Ben Buckland. Lizzie Ty, could she be the one? Could she be the hero? But at the moment, it's Laurie Fabian at the post who's the hero. Pulling this down. There goes Potter. Ben Buckland got up. He did the block off the top.
To go for a reverse blam with less than 2 minutes to go is audacious.
Well, he was in position.
Yeah, but it was clean.
He took the move. It was clean and it was beautiful.
That's making the highlight reel.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily going to win the game.
No.
It's kept that out, and there's a minute to go. Will Alderton, nice feed, sitting nicely, kindly behind him with Alex Richardson in the feed, and she fights with Toby Clark. and it looks like it's going to be Bristol who are going to get at least one more chance. No, they're not, because the ball is intercepted. Will Alderton gets
He was round him. He was round him. Why didn't he call for that?
Yeah, well, I think perhaps Erin Barrett just being safe and holding on to it. And let's take some good shots. And there's Barrett again. Alderton.
Is it going to be
Buckland?
Luke? Great collection. Well read. Gonna get 30 seconds left now. Who wants to be the hero?
Okay, Luke Buckland is going to be the hero. He's going to step up and take the shot. Toby Clark gets in there. We've got 21 seconds to go.
Who's going to be the hero for Bristol? Could it be Johnny Potter again? He got 3 last time. Or will that reverse blam still be ringing in his ears?
It's Johnny Potter. Look at
Will
that. Johnny Potter! Oh no! Seconds to go in the game.
And just like that, the reverse blam is forever forgotten.
And Johnny Potter drops it down. This has got to go. Oh, it doesn't go. But Luke Buckland and Bristol Thunder have pulled off an amazing comeback. 6 goals down.
Wow.
They fought through. Tornadoes respected them. They played a great game, and that blam over the top in the end was incredible. Caitlin, what a game.
What a game. First game of the day here down in Crawley, and what a game to remember. Super excited to have been able to commentate on that for my first time. But Johnny Potter, wow. The mentality you've been reverse blammed in front of all these people. Massive cries out from the crowd. Next attack, step up, big goal on the outside. Well done, Bristol Thunder, never gave up.
You know what was a big factor in this game? The crowd here at the K2, they've come down, paid good money to see a good game. They got behind Bristol, maybe as the underdogs, or maybe because they liked them, or maybe they felt that something was going to happen, and that made a difference. I'm not saying it like it affected Tornadoes, but it gave heart to the Bristol team when they needed it. 6 goals down. Respect to Tornadoes. They played good games. Who do you want to pick out as being special today?
Well, I think on the Bristol Thunder side, actually, you can pick out individual players. Johnny Potter with the winning goal, but individually, they've all done a massive role today. James Wilcox stepped up, didn't score in that semi-final. Didn't completely forgot about that. He's come in today, really strong performance. Lizzie Tyne, Nadine Gallagher, relentless work at the post. Saskia, important goals. Kira doing a different job today, not being
working in at the post,
post,
working for the feed.
It's a real team performance from Bristol.
And Toby Clark sticking at it when really Will Alderton won that battle, let's say, in the first half with his fantastic defence. Toby Clark maybe wore him down a little bit. I think respect to really Tornadoes. Who do you like out of Tornadoes today?
Yeah, so Tornadoes, I think, still actually a very impressive performance. Just a couple of errors creeping in at the end, which kind of made the difference. Sophie and Eleanor Parker, lovely to see that combination. Erin Barrett, who's a very young player, I think that only 18, 19 years old. Lots of big goals. And they'll learn from this. They'll be back. They're only going to get better year on year. They shouldn't take too much from that defeat. They'll dwell on it, they'll think about it, they'll regroup, and they'll come back even stronger next year.
Well, they won't be going to Europe, but plenty of international korfball ahead for that group, and deservedly so. Tornadoes feeds those younger junior squads, and as much as I'd like to see Tornadoes go to Europe again congratulations to Bristol. They get a chance to set right really what is a disappointing European campaign, as you mentioned, Caitlin. Really watch out. We've got a promo game coming up now between Oxford City and Birmingham City to see who's going up to National League. And then with my friend and colleague here at the mic, Caitlin Fitzgerald's going to be playing for Beck against Trojans. Give me a quick word about that final, Caitlin, while we got you here.
It's a tale as old as time. Beck Trojans. I think it's great that we see that clash one more time with some of those big players that we know and love. Joe Bedford's last final, I don't think that's a secret for anyone. Rachel Turner too. So there'll be lots of Beck players wanting to get that win one last time. But Trojans can't be written off.
We'll go off and we'll leave this to the announcer. Thank you very much for watching. Keep watching England Korfball Channel.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our first section of awards from the England Korfball Awards. These are some recognition nominations from members of the Korfball community. The strength and depth of these nominations has been truly excellent and reflects what an amazing community and sport we have. The nominations panel consists of Sam Hall from the EK Competitions Committee, Harris Hardy, EK Secretary Relations Officer, and Sam Miles, K2 Crawley. They were supported by advice from the Graham Crafter to the award for the Graham Crafter Korfball Award. First up, we have the certificates of merit. These are presented to volunteers who are selected by the panel who have worked tirelessly to drive and develop Korfball. We would like to extend our thanks to them for their service to the game. Our first award goes to the fourth last James Sawyer, Frederick Tornadoes, Kieran Tang, and Matt Gavin. The second one is to merit is more than and our version will be a first to demonstrate the coordinations of city. There is only one support of city, so all Ken will be collecting in the song. The next award is University Student of the Year, recognising the student who has made a valuable commitment to their university club. The winner of the University Student of the Year Award has encouraged others to take on coaching, refereeing, and committee roles so that the club can continue to flourish. This year, he took on the role of lead coach again, as well as vice chair. He has made a strong impact with Loughborough 1 winning the silver bucks and finishing fifth in the Midlands Regional League. Loughborough 2 were third in East Midlands League, and Loughborough 3 won the East Midlands League 2. Threes will definitely participate in Bucks next year, and Loughborough are planning to enter a fourth team in the local league, which is growing interest in the sport there. He also continues to be active in the area association by regularly refereeing in league matches. The winner of this year's University Student of the Year Award from Loughborough University is Daniel Williams. The England Korfball Club of the Year Award is awarded to an open and inclusive club which has evidenced their commitment to the growing sport of korfball, upskilling their volunteers and growing their membership. This nomination stood out for significant collaboration with university media students to grow the visibility of sport as well as the union. with season both strength to strength on and off the pitch, finishing with an 8th place in France. This year's England Korfball Club of the Year is Bath University and their coach of World Tournament and World And our final award for this month's set is the Terry Sage Fair Play Award. This award is made to brilliant division club with the highest number of points, which are awarded to regular season by the national threes. Points are awarded based on the number of criteria: respect to opponents, respect towards the referee, behaviour of team officials, and behaviour of their spectators. This year's winners are K2 Crawley. Congratulations to all. The next game will start at 1:15, so please feel free to sit back, relax, and read your listeners.